And so when I hear people say, oh, as a child, I ate this way. My parents did this. Boo-hoo! You're not a child anymore. You're an adult. You can make your own decisions. Coach Greg, in today's video, we're finding out just how delusional are people really. We're going to compare people who are body positive, love your body, all good, to people who are fitness nuts, health freaks, if you will. And so we all know that in 2023, people, they're getting more delusional than last time. You ask a woman, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. They're 400 pounds. They don't look good at all. I'm a 10. I deserve the perfect man. Really? Well, you don't look like a 10. Or people are born biological males. They think that if they compete against females, that they don't have a genetic advantage. And so let's find out how delusional people are in the real world. And so body positive folks versus fitness enthusiasts. We're going to find out their similarities, their differences. So just how identical are we really? And so the statement reads, do not step forward unless the statement is true for you. And so if the statement's true, you walk forward. If it's a lie, if you're not really that thing, then you stay back. And so wait to see the first question. And so my health is a top priority in my life. And so if that's true, you walk forward. And so let's first understand what it is to be healthy. To be healthy, mind, body, spirit, the absence of disease, all that stuff. And so if you are trying to truly be healthy, then you're trying to live a long and healthy life. Perhaps you're exercising, you're eating healthy, you're being social, making friends. You're trying to be a positive human being. So let's see who walks forward. The people who prioritize being healthy in their lives. Everyone! Oh, we all prioritize health. Well, I'm 400 pounds and I prioritize health. I want to live on this earth longer than last time, but I'm 400 pounds. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You want to hear healthy at any size. It's not true. If you're morbidly obese, on average, you're taking off about 20 years from your life. And so if you're prioritizing your health, you can't be 400 plus pounds. I'm sorry, I wish it could be the case, but it's not. And so if you're prioritizing your health, you are doing something to lose that weight. You are doing cardio, at least 150 minutes a week. You're eating healthy. Perhaps you got my cookbook. You hired a dietitian. You hired Coach Ray. You did something. You're watching my videos. But if you're not actively trying to lose weight, to do all the things to make you healthier, then how could you possibly be prioritizing your health?
I'm from Texas. We all eat soul food. So everybody was eating the same shit food. So my mom, 250 pounds, my brother, 350 pounds. I didn't even know until I got around Los Angeles health conscious people. I'm like, what?
And so the first gentleman, his entire family, 100 plus pounds overweight, extremely overweight. And so he decided, I'm not going to be like that. I'm going to be healthy. And so you can see physically, you can tell this guy is doing what he should be doing. He's eating healthy, prioritizing cardio. He's a fitness enthusiast. Clearly, he cares about his health. And so you see, he decided to change. He became an adult. Adults can do what they want. And he decided to be healthy, and there you have it.
I was diagnosed with lymphedema at age 3, which affects the circulation for me through my legs and feet.
And so for her, she had lymphedema, made it more difficult than last time for her to be able to be fit. And so if I were her, I would say it's even more important for her to be on a healthy diet and to do cardio than for the average person. Some people, they have it lucky. They have amazing genetics. They can eat anything. Perhaps they go to McDonald's and they're still lean. They're lucky. She is not lucky. She doesn't have the best genetics, clearly. And so if she were prioritizing her health, would it not be even more important for her to get in more cardio, to eat healthy? But yet you can visibly see this woman is clearly very much obese. And so if she were in fact prioritizing her health, if it was a top priority, would she not be on a diet? Would she not be trying to lose weight?
If I don't take care of my body, I could have an amputated foot or leg.
If she doesn't take care of her body, she could have an amputated foot. I mean, what better motivation than that? To eat healthy, to be fit, to be active. Yet you can see she is not prioritizing her health. And so she thinks she is, she wants to be, yet she's blaming it on her genetics. She was born with lymphedema, had problems at age 3. And so you can't simply state health is your top priority if you're not doing something about it. It'd be like saying, yeah, I'm very concerned about getting cancer. You know, cancer runs in my family. I'm very concerned about it. Then going and laying out in the sun with no sunscreen every single day of the week. Really? If you're actually concerned about getting cancer, should you be in fact laying and bathing out in the sun all day long, which can possibly give you cancer? Of course not. And so based on what she's saying, to me, she is in the delusional category.
All of my family almost has suffered from diabetes.
In comparison, we have a gentleman whose entire family suffering from diabetes, heart attacks, and so on. The guy, very cautious, and so he knows he has to prioritize fitness because he does not want to be one of those people. And so what is the difference? He goes to the gym, works out sometimes 2 hours a day, eating healthy. And so clearly he prioritizes his health. He recognizes that his genetics, not amazing, people have diabetes and so on, but he's doing something about it, not delusional. And did you notice the largest gentleman in the room, he walked forward? He states he prioritizes his health. The only way that's possible is if perhaps he's on a weight loss journey. If he has been on a diet for the last 3 months and he's losing weight, perhaps he now recognizes those problems. For example, Brantley G was formerly 574 pounds. But he's been on a weight loss journey. He's since then lost close to 150 pounds. And so although he's still morbidly obese now, he clearly prioritizes his health. And so just because somebody is overweight, you can't simply say, oh, that person doesn't care about their health. Perhaps they didn't in the past, but actions speak louder than words. And what you're doing right now, that reflects who you really are as a human being. And so if you spent your entire life doing things horribly wrong, perhaps you're eating a horrible diet, doing drugs, whatever, but right now you're trying your best to lose the weight to be healthy, then that is your true self. Regardless of what you did in the past, you can change. And so if you had a horrible diet, you never did cardio, you're 100 pounds overweight, it doesn't have to remain that way. You can, in fact, change your life and make a difference.
I have a regular workout routine.
I have a regular workout routine. Everyone walks forward except for the guy in blue. And so how could he have previously walked forward when they asked him if health was our priority if he didn't have a regular fitness routine? How can you possibly stand there and think you're trying to be healthy if you're actually not? If you're not exercising, you're not doing 150 minutes of cardio a week, you're not eating healthy, you don't value your health. Sorry. You can't sit there on the couch watching Netflix all day and say, oh, I care about my health, it's so important to me, but then do nothing about it.
I was going to the gym regularly every day for like 6 months.
And so the guy in blue, he was going to the gym, he had a workout routine, he did it for 6 months. Last I checked, he does not appear to be 6 months of age. He appears to be a man, perhaps age 35 or 40. And so for 6 months out of those 40 years on this earth, he had an exercise routine. But then something went wrong in his life, and so he quit. If you value your life, if health is a priority, you don't give up on your life. If life throws you a curveball, sinker, fastball, I don't care what they throw at you. You friggin' line up and swing. You might miss, might go foul, but you stand there and you continue to try. Last I checked, 3 strikes and you're out. This guy already has a strike. He didn't even swing. He just stood there, eyes closed, bat on his shoulder. He wasn't swinging.
And then my life shifted, I lost my father, like a lot of things happened in my life that threw off my whole routine.
And so yeah, he lost his father. Horrible. It's sad. I feel bad for him. I don't wish that on anyone. But you can't give up on life because bad things happen. Guaranteed something bad is going to happen to all of us. And when that thing happens, you stand there and you swing. You hold your ground. You don't give up.
And so the point when I was going to the gym so regularly, I felt like my brain felt happier. Like I've gotten that feeling back in other ways.
He literally says he felt better when he went to the gym. It kept him going. And so why would you give that up? When things are the worst in your life, that is when you need to stand your ground and continue to do what makes you happy. Exercise, release stress, makes you feel good. People get depressed. You need to keep exercising. Even if you don't enjoy it at that time. You're depressed, you don't feel good. Nothing makes you want to get out of bed. Continue to do your routine. Continue to go to the gym.
I have no desire in me to change my body in any way.
He states he has no desire in him whatsoever to change his body. How can you possibly sit there and say you care about your health, yet you don't want to change your body? Yeah, I get it. Love your body, all about it. I'm not trying to fat shame. But if you stand there at 400 pounds and you don't know how to lose weight, that is literally taking years off your life. Healthy at every size is not a real thing. It's an oxymoron. It's not possible.
Not at all.
See, this is where we're going to get, because I will tell you, not every big person wants to be small.
Not every big person wants to be small because they don't want to go through the hassle, the work, the effort that goes into getting there. It's much easier to just listen to Lizzo. Love your body, look at your big belly. Oh my goodness, it gives me nourishment. Way easier to do that than to put the fork down and to go for a walk. I'm conscious about what I eat. Can't wait to see what happens here. Of course, we all walk forward, living in bizarro world, delusional. Oh, I'm conscious about what I eat. Yeah, I consciously know I'm eating way too much friggin' junk food. You really think you can go to 400 pounds without being in a surplus? Calories in, calories out. Everyone, let me repeat that, every single human being that eats in a deficit is going to lose weight. I don't care what you say, it's not debatable. If you eat too many calories, you're going to gain weight. And if you go on a diet and eat fewer calories than you expend, you lose weight.
My mom had me in Weight Watchers in junior high. Like, so my relationship with food and what I'm putting into my body has been like completely, can we curse, fucked up.
And so her parents put her on Weight Watchers since junior high, and since then, her relationship with food is cookbooked up. Had she ever thought to think that her parents were probably trying to help her? They recognized that she was morbidly obese as a child, as a teenager, and thought, we need to rectify this. We didn't do our job as parents when she was younger. We allowed her to eat too much food. We didn't know any better. Perhaps they gave her too much cake, candies, chocolates. Well, I don't know. And so they said, what can we do? They put her in a special program, one to teach her how to lose weight and to keep it off. And so my opinion is her parents did her a favor. They did that from a loving intent. Oftentimes people judge people on their actions. I judge them by their intent. Her parents' intention was to help her. They recognized if you're hundreds of pounds overweight, it's going to shorten your life. They did not have the knowledge to know what to do to help her, and so they put her in a program. To me, that is a thoughtful and caring gesture from a parent. When I was a kid, my father paid me to not eat dessert. My father paid my brother to lose weight. Hey, for every pound you lose by a certain date, I'm going to give you money. This is as kids, not as teenagers, as children. And so just because my parents paid me to not eat dessert, give you 25 cents for each meal that you skip of dessert, perhaps they are saying, our kids eat too much crap. This is not good. Perhaps they didn't know the proper way to do it. And so perhaps they thought a financial reward would be some way to get them to not eat dessert. Looking back on it now, I think it's kind of ridiculous. But I don't judge the action, I judge the intent. The intent was not to hurt me, to make me feel like I was fat. It was perhaps to help me. Wow, you eat so much dessert, you have a sugar addiction. Thank God you're so active and you can burn off all those calories. No one when I was growing up was more active than me. Did 20 plus hours of cardio a week. Ever since I was a little kid, ran around doing everything. I got away with eating the most horrendous diet you would ever see. If you can imagine the worst possible diet ever, perhaps picture Nikocado avocado. That was Coach Greg as a child. No one ate worse than me. Was horrendously awful. I can't even explain how I was able to overcome this. I was famous as a kid for how bad I ate. The exact opposite of what you see today. And so when I hear people say, oh, as a child, I ate this way. My parents did this. Boo-hoo! You're not a child anymore. You're an adult. You can make your own decisions.
Everything, I can't have this. This is the enemy. So when I see it and I can have it, I'm like, oh, I want to eat it all.
And so she binge eats. She eats so much food and then can't put it down. Has she bought my cookbook? Has she bought my Circle Diet book? Has she even watched a single Coach Greg video? Because oftentimes people complain, I don't know what to do, I can't solve this. And they perhaps haven't tried the easiest, most logical plan, which is Coach Greg's Circle Diet. The problem is most people don't understand what I know. If I could implant my knowledge in other people's heads, the entire world would be losing weight. I guarantee it. I don't think maybe, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm very honest and accurate with my assessment. If the entire world knew what I knew, there'd be zero obesity epidemic, zero obesity problems, everyone would be healthy. Why? Because it literally is that easy. The problem is you don't understand what I know. It took me years, if not decades, to amass this information. And so please, watch more of my videos, get my freaking cookbook, read my Circle Diet book. If you do, I guarantee can make a difference. Close to 100,000 people have gotten my books. It's not a few hundred or few thousand, a small sample size. It's literally close to 100,000 people. Do you know how much difference that can make? Everywhere I go, walking to the gyms, down the street, at the bars, everywhere. I buy your book. It made a difference, saved my life. You have no idea how exciting it is to be able to live my life. I get to hear every single day how much of a difference I made. And so if you're watching this video and you're overweight, you don't know what to do, and you're thinking, oh, he's just screaming and shouting at me. I'm trying to help. You need a wake-up call. You can do it.
Every day I wake up, I have a green smoothie. I'm always very conscious of like what I'm putting into me, which I think is, I'm just gonna say the controversial statement, I think is something that people would never think is true based off the size of my body.
And so again, the man in blue, he starts his day with a green smoothie. Great. That's amazing. The problem is, how do you end your day? Is it with a 16-inch pizza? Is it with a burger and fries? And did you go for a walk after that green smoothie? How many steps did you get in that day? And so just because you have one healthy item in a day does not mean that you're healthy. It's overall, how did you do? You can have a burger every single day and still lose weight. It's about balance. If 80% of your diet is healthy and 20% is perhaps junk food, that's great, that's okay. You don't think I ever eat ice cream? I don't eat every single meal from my cookbook, perhaps 50%. But I have balance and I do a lot of cardio. This is why I can maintain single-digit body fat with very little effort.
There's so much studies that are coming out, like in terms of like your microbiome.
Don't even start with the microbiome.
Like the microbiome that you have, like you can literally eat green smoothies and eat like everything you're supposed to be eating and not lose the weight.
No, you can't literally just drink green smoothies and never lose weight because of your microbiome. It doesn't work like that. Calories in, calories out. Do you get it? If your calorie intake is greater than your expenditure, you're gonna gain weight. I don't give a freaking shit about any of your gut microbiome. I don't care how many of them you have, how many of you don't have. Calories in, calories out in every freaking human in this entire world. And unless you live in Bart K's universe, who knows where he lives, you can't gain weight without eating in a surplus.
I don't care what size you are. It's not okay to sit and eat cheeseburgers and ice cream all day. Like, that has nothing to do with your size.
And so, great message. I don't care what size you are. It's not okay to sit there and eat cheeseburgers, ice cream, fries all day long. And so, happy to see somebody who's a body positive activist to say, look, I am body positive, but I'm not in favor of people eating shit food. Congratulations. Great to see.
But even better, as fit people, when you see a person who is overweight or fat or obese, what's the first thing that happens in your head? Do you think like, oh, like it's great that they accept themselves, but they could use to lose weight?
And so I'd like to address that. When I see somebody who's overweight, very much overweight, I don't have any thought about you need to lose weight or you should love your body or not love your body or whatever. I just see a person. I don't see a person's body weight. It's not something that goes through my mind. But if I see somebody who's overweight and they're at the gym or doing cardio, I'm thinking, wow, good on you. You are being proactive and you care about your health. And so anytime I see somebody overweight, obese, in the gym, we're not there making fun of you. Never. Always proud of the efforts that you're doing. And so I hope people understand we're not out there walking around judging every single person. Oh, look at how that person looks. Look at how they're dressed. Look what they're doing. No, I just see people. But if I see those people and they're being active, it makes me very happy because I want the world to view health and fitness the way I do. And so anytime I see people being active, running on the road, walking their dogs, moving, lifting weights, everything always excites me. I love it when I see people being active. And so let me know in the comment section, do you agree that some of these people are delusional? Can you understand the message I'm trying to present? I want everyone to be active, to value their lives, and to be healthy. I don't care if you're tall, fat, skinny, whatever. Get out there, be active, do 150 minutes of cardio a week, eat a healthy diet. And if you're interested in getting any extra help, of course, you can use Harder Than Last Time supplements. For example, GO2 Max improves your ability to perform cardio, become a better butter burner, more recovery, more energy. Also, fat burners, pre-workout, protein bars, creatine, protein powder, you name it, we got it. Head over to my website and don't forget code Greg, 10% off. Like the video if you liked it. Please add a comment, subscribe, click the bell button. Don't forget, watch one of those two bloops. Cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team. We also got the Harder Than Last Time clothing line as well as that Circle Diet book. Head over to my website, code Greg, 10% off. Don't forget, free diet and training program, close to 50 pages, first and last name, email address coming straight to you, absolutely free. And until next time, I am out.